Hello students. So again we are here with our online classes with chapter 15 transfer of heat, and this video is part 2 of chapter 15. So in this video we are going to cover the topics conduction, convection, how convection takes place, convection currents, convection in air, convection currents in nature. So let's start. In the previous video, part 1 of chapter 15, I explained you what is conduction. But let's revise again what is conduction. Conduction is the transfer of heat energy from one substance to another substance through direct contact. Means what? Conduction is what? It is the process of transfer of heat from one substance to another substance. Means the transfer of heat from high temperature to the low temperature. Means the substance, one substance will be of high temperature, another substance may be of low temperature. So in that condition, conduction is the process of transfer of heat. Means then the transfer of heat will be there from one object to another object. Means from high temperature object to the low temperature object, and it is through direct contact. Means the two substance should be in the direct contact, then only the heat conduction, the heat transfer can be there. This is the example of transfer of heat through conduction. You can see there is a rod, a thin rod in hand, and one candle is there. So when we touch this rod with the flame of the candle, we will feel hot through this rod, through this iron thin rod. So the iron thin rod and this flame are in direct contact. So what? There is a transfer of heat energy. Means this is the one object and this is another object. So there is what? The transfer of heat. The heat is going from there to there. Means from high temperature to low temperature. And when we touch this object, we feel hot. So there what's going on? Their conduction process is going on. The two objects are in direct contact and the heat is transferring from one to another. Here that heat is going in, when you will hold it, when you will touch it, so what? Heat is flowing in our hand also when we are in direct contact with the hot substance. So what? There is heat is going from here to there also, and this is also what? Process of conduction. Here also with this picture you can understand, and I explained you before also, that what? If we have to transfer the ball from one fielder to another, so what? That one fielder will pass the ball to next one, then the next one will transfer to another next one, and hence the process will be going on. So this is what? This is called the process of conduction. Means from one molecule to another molecule, then another molecule will pass the heat another, and then so on. So this is what? The transfer of heat from one object to another object through one molecule to another, another to next, and so on. So this is what? A clear example of the transfer of heat from one to another through direct contact. This is direct contact. Now we will start our next topic, convection. So let's start with the definition of convection. What is the definition of convection? Let's see here. Convection is a process of transfer of heat energy through a substance by the actual movement of the substance itself. Here the actual movement of the substance means what it means to say. See, convection is a process of transfer of heat. There are three processes of transfer of heat. We know that first one is what? Conduction, second is convection, and third will come radiation. These three are the process of transfer of heat through conduction, convection, and radiation. So conduction, we have understood what? Conduction. Conduction is also a transfer of heat process through the direct contact of one object to another object. But convection, what? Convection is also the same process, but there is a difference. What? In this process, in a substance, the heat energy through the substance by the actual movement of the substance itself. Means the molecules of the substance will actually move to other substance to pass the heat. Okay, more detail we'll understand here. Convection is the method by which heat travels through fluids. Means what? The conduction is a method. It is a process of heat transfer through what? Through fluids, not through solid, only through fluids. Now what fluids you see here? Anything that can flow freely is called fluid. Means any substance which can flow freely is called fluid. Due to their ability to flow, liquids and gases are known as fluid. Means liquid and gases can flow. So that's why liquids and gases are known as fluids. So it means convection process will be in liquids and gases. Thus, in liquids and gases, transfer of heat takes place by the process of convection. It means what? In the liquids and gases, if transfer of heat will be there, so that transfer of heat process will be called convection. In this process, transfer of heat takes place by the actual movement of the molecules of the materials which is heated. Means if the two materials are getting heated, whether it is liquid or gas, so there will be what? There will be the actual movement of the molecules. Means if we are heating the water, so water molecules can move. If we are heating any gas, so gas molecules can also move. So there will be what? There will be the motion of the molecules, movement of the molecule, which will transfer the heat from one molecule to the other molecule. But in the case of conduction, in the case of solid, the molecules are not actually moved. They transfer the heat from one molecule to another because molecules are very closely together. In heat, if we talk about solid, the molecules are what? Very tightly, closely packed. But if we talk about the liquid and gases, the molecules are what? Far. So the molecules can easily move from one to another. So the process of convection is analogous to case second of ball transfer. First case was what for? For what? For the conduction. So here the case 2 of ball transfer will be for convection, where the fielder goes directly to the bowler to pass the ball. Let's see. Here this is the case 2. Here the fielder is directly going. Means there is a distance in between fielder and the bowler. In case 1, the fielder and bowler are little bit nearby. Means they are, because we are talking about the case of solid. So in this they will be nearby, so that easily they can transfer the ball. They can pass the ball from one to another without actual movement of this fielder. The fielder is at his place, only on his place, and he is directly giving the ball to the other one. Okay, means without his actual movement, the ball is getting transferred from one to another because they are standing nearby. Okay, but in case, so this is what? This is example of conduction. Means the molecules will be nearby and one molecule can transfer the heat to the other molecule without the actual movement of the molecules. Means there will be no movement in these molecules. This fielder and bowler are here representing what? Molecules. Means this is one molecule, this is another molecule, it is another. So this one molecule is giving ball to another without their actual movement. Means that fielder is not moving to transfer the ball. He is standing at his own place and giving the ball to the other one without the actual movement. But so this is what? Conduction. If we talk about the convection, here the fielder and the bowler, there is what? There is the distance in between them. So there is a gap. Means in liquid and gas, what? In between the molecules there is a gap. They are loosely packed. Means they are not so closely, tightly bound. So in this case, fielder is actually moving, actually going to the bowler to transfer the ball. So this is what we are talking in the case of conduction. In the case of convection, the the substance will be having actual movement to pass the heat. I hope you have understand with the case 2. So this process is what called convection. It is also the process of transfer of heat, but in this one substance is giving the heat to another substance, so the actual movement of the molecules will be there to transfer the heat from one substance to another substance. So here examples of convection: what? In a kettle, if you heat the water, if you heat the tea, and what? So liquids are getting heated, so they are through the process of what? Convection. How convection takes place. Now next topic, how convection takes place. When a liquid or gas is heated, it becomes lighter in weight. See, when a liquid or gas is heated, it becomes lighter in weight. We know that if anything we heat, gives heat, that thing becomes lighter in weight because of the heat. So if when we heat any liquid or gas, so it becomes lighter in weight, their weight becomes lighter. The warmer volume of gas the warmer volume of gas or a liquid rises, means when we heat the gas or gas or liquid, so the warmer volume of gas or a liquid rises, means the molecules of liquid and gas rise, means moves upwards, while the colder and heavier volume descends, means if the colder and heavier molecules will be what? If the colder molecules will be there, they will be heavier, and warmer molecules will be what? Lighter in weight. So the colder and heavier volume will get down, settle down, means descend, means will get down and settle down. So this process continues until the entire volume is at the same temperature, means when we heat any liquid or gas, so this process continues till the entire liquid or gas get the same temperature or the conditions change. Means if suppose we are heating water is a liquid, so the whole water gets not heated. Until the whole water not get heated, the process will be continuous. The process of transfer of heat will be continuous until the whole water gets heat. So the convection is commonly used in heat convectors to keep the room warm in winter. So in heat convector, during the winters we use heat convector. So in that case also what? Which transfer of heat is there? Convection is there. Heating element of the convector heats up the surrounding air, makes it light. Now see, if we are talking about the convector, so how the convection processes takes place there, how the convection process is working there. So here see, heating element means the element which substance is there in the convector, it heats up and gives and pass the heats to the surrounding air to make it light. Means if we use the heater in the winter, so what the working of heater is there? It makes the surrounding air also heat. Means if we put on the heater in the winter time, the colder air becomes what? Warm air. Or we feel the surrounding air what? We feel the heat, hot air is coming to us. So how that working is going on? Air is what? Gas. In liquid or gas, which type of heat transfer is there? Convection is there. So means the heating element of the heater will heat the surrounding air to makes it warm air. So that in this case, what is going on? In this case, which type of transfer is there? Transfer of heat is there. Convection is there. So this hot and light air rises upwards in the room. Always remember, any hot and lighter any hot substance will become lighter. So if we talk about air, the hot and light air will move upward. So in the case of convection, the hotter air will move upwards in the room, and cold air from the room comes down and gets heated. Means the colder air will get down to get heat, and the hotter air will move upwards. So this is how a heat convector helps in maintaining the room temperature. So this is how the heat convector works to maintain the room temperature, means to maintain the whole air in the room to make it hot of the same temperature. The process continues. So to understand the process of convection, let us perform an activity. So to understand more about the convection, we can understand through the activity. But I hope you have understand what convector heater, the heating element of the heater, makes the surrounding air light, making the surrounding air heated, and in this way the convection process takes place. So we will more understand by an activity to show convection in liquids. Here we will see the process of convection in liquids. So therefore that what you need: a beaker, potassium permanganate, a beaker, potassium permanganate crystals, a burner, water and water. So for that process we need a beaker and this chemical and this burner and water. So what is the method for that? Method: first, drop a few crystals of potassium permanganate at the bottom of a beaker or flask of water. So here you can see there is a beaker and we have put the crystals of potassium permanganate at the bottom of the beaker. And in this beaker what is filled? Water is there. Water is filled. Now second point, now heat the beaker with a little flame just below the crystals of potassium permanganate with a small flame. Now we have to heat this beaker with the little flame of this, so that potassium permanganate will get heated through this flame. Observation: what we will observe in this activity? Purple streaks of water rise upwards and fan outwards. Means this purple you can see here, what it is showing? It is showing that the crystal what we have put in this, it gets heat, and the streams of this going upward means when it get heated, what the streaks of this moving upwards, means any substance when it get heat, it start moving upwards. So conclusion is what? As hot water rises up due to convection. Why it is moving upward? Because the water present in it also at downside, what when we will heat, so what will happen? The heat is touching the downside first, bottom side first. So the water present at the bottom will become first heated, and this bottom side water will start moving upwards after getting heated, and upside what is present? Cold water is there. So that cold water will go downwards to get heat, and hot water will start moving upward. So it means that along with that the streams of this, the streaks of this purple, crystal will also move with the water, will move upwards. So that it means it is showing that as hot water rises up due to convection, molecules of potassium permanganate also move upwards. We have seen in this activity with this through purple color that what it is showing, the molecules of potassium permanganate is also moving upwards. Along with purple streaks indicate the path followed by hot rising water and called sinking water. It is showing what? It is showing that the hot water moving upwards and the cold water moving downwards, and this process is called convection. In the convection there are the streams. In a liquid means it is heating when the water is getting heating. So what? The hotter water will move upwards and the colder water will move downwards, and in this way the whole substance, the whole water gets heated. So means the heat is transferred from here to there, and in the whole water the hotter molecules giving heat to the colder molecules, and the whole water gets heated. So this is how the convection process takes place. Now in convection only we will study what is convection currents. Same only as we have discussed here how convection takes place. So same convection currents. Streams of warm moving fluids are called convection current. Streams of what? Of warm moving fluids, whether it is liquid or gas. So the streams, when any substance, any fluid get heated, so what they form? Streams they form. So these streams of warm moving fluids are called convection currents. So these streams are only called convection currents. As we can see here, it is moving upward, so there will form streams. So this stream is what called convection currents. They arise when a fluid is heated. When a fluid is heated, it arises because it expands. Always remember, any substance if we heat, so it will be what? It will expand because of the heat and becomes light. And it becomes light. Slight not, it is printing mistake, it becomes light. Okay, only light. And it forced upwards by surrounding, and the surrounding atmosphere and the surrounding air will also get heat if we heat any substance. So because of the surrounding also, it will move upwards, and cooler heavier fluid which moves under it. It means any cooler or heavier fluid will be there. Always remember, heated fluid will be move upwards and it will be lighter in weight. Cooler fluid will be heavier and it will move downward. It will move under the hotter one. Okay. In simple words, hot water or hot air rises. If we heating the water, the hot water will move upwards and the cold water will move downwards to get heated. And when these streams form, this is what called, it is called convection currents. Hence, convection can be considered as the process of heat transfer in which heat is transferred from a hotter to colder path by the actual movement of molecules in the substance. So what we have understood by it, what it is a process of transfer of heat from hotter to a colder part by the actual movement of molecules. Here you can see here what the water molecules are actually moving, means the colder molecules moving downward and the hotter molecules moving upward. So there is what's going on, there is movement of molecules only going on. So what actually the molecules are moving to get heated. So this is only what this through the actual movement of the molecules, when it transfers the heat through the actual movement, it is called convection. So I hope I am clear to you. Conduction is simply what? Direct, you are touching any heated substance, you feeling what? Hot. So in case of solid, conduction is there, means in the solid the molecules only are nearby and they are transferring the heat without actual movement. But in convection, the molecules are little bit far compared to solid, and that is why there will be an actual movement of molecules, and this is what called convection. Here you can see more what is convection current. See, when you will heat the water, what will happen? The hot water, first what? When you are heating through this flame, the downside water which is present will become hot and it will move upward, and the colder molecule from the upward will go, from the upside will move downward to get heat. So in this way the process will be continuing, means the colder molecules moving downward and hotter molecules moving upward. So here red is what showing that, here you see that in the right side part what? The hotter molecules moving upwards and the colder molecules moving downward, and in this way it forms a stream, it forms a cycle. So this is what called convection current. Here also you can see, here there in that side the hotter molecules moving upward, colder molecules moving downwards, and it forms a stream which is called convection current. Same here, what? The colder molecules moving downward, hotter molecules moving upward, hotter molecules here moving upward and colder molecules moving downward. So here there are forming two streams, and in this way the whole water will get heated at the same temperature, and this is what called convection currents. Here you can see this is bubble type. Here what's going on? The motion of the movement of molecule is going on there, means the hotter molecules and colder molecules forming a strip and taking the path of upward and downward, and this is what called, there is actual movement of molecules, means colder molecules moving downward, hotter molecules moving upward. So there is the actual movement of the molecules. So this is what called convection. I hope I am clear to you. And these streams are called convection currents. So convection currents, I hope I am clear to you and you have understand. Now we will understand convection in air. In air, how convection process, how heat transfer through convection takes place. Air is what? Gas. So in case of liquid and gas, which type of transfer of heat is there? Convection. Always remember, don't get confused. In solid, conduction, and in gas and liquid, convection is there. So you might have seen that black marks often appear on the wall or ceiling above a lamp. You might have seen, and must you have seen that what mostly time black marks often appear on the wall, means above any lamp or above any lamps. Oftenly what, a ceiling we can see or a black mark on the wall we can see. And why it happens? Because actually they are caused by air containing dirt and dust being carried upwards by convection. Means in the case of through convection process, the heat air, the hotter air molecules move upwards, and in the air what is more present? Dirt also present. So this dirty molecule, this dirt carried with the air, and it gets settle on the, it gets start what, touching on the wall, and it make a dark spot on the wall because of the convection. Because what, the warm air, the hot air move upwards, the air containing the heat move upwards and make a mark on the wall. Currents produced by the hot lamp. If hot lamp is there and above hot lamp what, a black mark is there. So why it is? Because of the hot lamp, what will happen? The air present surrounds the hot lamp will become hot, the air will become hot, and the dirt present in the air, what, here you can see above this lamp, the whatever the air is present, it will also become hot because the heat will transfer through this lamp, and this heat will makes the surrounding air hotter, and the molecules and the dirt present in the air will start moving upwards. Because as I told you, the whenever any substance get heat, solid or liquid or gas, the molecules will move upwards. So it will make a spot here, dark spot, black spot, because the air is moving upward, warmer air moving upwards and making a spot. And this is the reason, and this is the process of what, convection in air. This is how convection process takes place in air.